about all that torque we're creating, and you're gonna mess up your knees. Just make sure you get that full pivot if you're nervous. Mm-hmm. Marker's broken. Chinese bottom, you go and then he caves like that. Support trying to rear goes away. Well, let me go do a power cut. Yes. Cheers. Strength to your abs. A little bit more. This thing. Yeah, but I'm not. I'm starting doing my weight exercise. This instead of cutting everything. The sit-ups and practice are bad first time, so when you have to do it, do it, but on your own, don't do that. No, I'm doing like these like the ones you're over there. Next drill. Last one. All right. Sorry, it took a long time. Next drill. Now we go for two. All right. You can either go here for one to the ankle, one to the stomach, or one to the stomach, one to the head. All right.
Does everybody see how stable he is at the top?
Oh, awesome.
I mean, it's almost like, and the more you do those drills when you're leaving them there, you'll get to the point, you know, where you can kind of, whereas you can get up there, but you can't hold it up there. There's more balance up there. And that's where he's doing a lot of work. That's a lot of hard work. You don't get that overnight. Kai, you're competing. Dylan, you're competing. And Aditya, you're competing. Whatever, there's no secrets here. If you want to know how to kick like that, he'll tell you. But I will tell you, I know the answer too. HW, right? Hard work. But we can all do that. Even the adults here, we can start to learn how to shoot like that. Yeah. Let's third shot. Yeah. Try to go here. Yeah.
That's the kicks they do. And there was another thing I did, I did a front flip and all the flipping flips between the tracks. And then this foot just tracks down on the shoulder.
Get you like two some minutes just can hear what it is like there.
Good, okay, everybody up? Val, good drink. Great training. Thank you, Bill. Nate.
Thanks, John.
Nay, nay.
It's good stuff. No, it is inspiring. That's all it is. You can build that muscle up. You can get that flexibility up.
Not too late. It's good here. I'm excited.
Sensei Shimoji. You can do that. 10, 12 times. Go all the way before. Up. Perfect. He says you got to the center. He get one of the best. Good, okay, everybody spread out, please. All right, so why do we train kata? Who could tell me why we train kata?
Kata kumite, according to Sensei Shimoji, it is the balance between order and chaos. So why kumite you have all the chaos things happening at once in kata is important because it brings balance. It brings order. So the composition of both that makes you a good practitioner.
Does everybody agree?
Yes.
Amen from the horse's mouth, right? This is what Sensei Nishiyama would always say. Kumite is disorderly. You can get away with a lot of things. You can get away with, okay, kata, the word kata means form, right? It's the perfect form for your technique. And we have to, but in order to do kata, you really need to engage yourself in kumite. There's no high-level kata, mentally they're thinking of kumite. It's very easy for somebody when they're doing kata to see somebody do kata and they're just doing the techniques. Okay, it's kind of okay. There's no mental picture of what you're doing to an attack somebody. Right? So I want you to engage your kata with your kumite. You have to have a kata, a kumite mind when you're doing your kata. Does everybody understand? It starts with mental imagery. When you're doing those sequences, that's why when you're doing a kata for the first time, or like it's a junior kata, Sensei would always tell us, like, you just started that kata, right? And you'd be like, yeah, Sensei. Because it shows that you don't know, as opposed to one of your main katas like Basai Dai or MP, and you're kind of all fired up, boom, boom, bang, bang, boom, boom. You're envisioning kind of what you're doing here through the whole kata. So I want you to take, for the remainder of class, we're going to work on kata. But I want you to put it together with your kumite. Does everybody understand? I'm going to tweak the most important thing in the kata, which is your body dynamic. All right, making sure you got the proper body dynamic. Remember, up until black belt, Sensei Smebi would always say, up till black belt, that's when you know where to put your feet. Okay, and there's like he said that a couple years ago when he was in, all right, and it was very, very important. You'll see high-level people. They always look like they're explosive. Okay, whereas a junior person, they're kind of doing these techniques, and all right, it's very, very low level. That person out on the street wouldn't last very long. Okay, but the person who understands how to be explosive. So your stance, okay, is just as important as body dynamics in the kata. Has everybody got it? Yes. Good. So just slowly, whatever kata you're working on. You're working on a new kata, Carla? Yeah? Okay, all right. You're working on a new kata? Yeah. So do you know it?
We don't know. I don't know.
You don't know? Yeah. Can you help right there? Okay. I bow and begin. Your own kata. Yes, I'll announce at the end. I'll announce.
And then,
Yep.
okay. Now, here.
And then, alright.
Yeah. From here.
So,
This.
So teacher, do the cutting again. Make sure your stance,
It's a break.
don't have your feet this way.
Number.
And make sure this heel
Ah!
doesn't come off.
Okay.
You understand?
Now, there's a breath and, yeah. Now, here.
Next
Here.
move.
This. In this position.
Ah!
What's that?
We have 3. Good.
Good.
and then this one go up, and then bring the back foot up at the same
Ah, these, you're reaching up, see that? Whenever I can do that with your foot.
2.
Alright, so
1.
here, here.
Here. Well,
All the way down? Or like that?
I don't know, Sean, here is
and it's
One inch off the ground.
1 inch off the ground.
So it's like that.
this. Yeah. So, okay, just make sure your feet are close here. Connect.
Ah!
And 1. Give a latch. And 2. Give a latch.
stronger draw hand, right? Oh, it's faster draw hand. Whatever you're doing, just like snap that draw hand. You're kind of placing the draw hand, just more breath. Just quick on the draw hand as the punch.
This is where the cannabis started. Oh man.
Right?
Swipe here,
Those are, so this is all
here.
use. This is all.
This goes through, this is like blocking, this is sweeping up, and then, okay, when you do this, slowly sink down.
So it's all good to go.
I want to go over.
Hey!
Let's go. Like this.
Yeah, this looks
Ah!
good.
Put the other fence. I can.
Let's up here. Just worry about here.
Ah!
But I like to think that because it makes sense when they're fighting.
Not so much tension. Tension here. In between, try to be light in between. I'm taking this. You're locked up in your shoulders. Just think about breath here. Oh, bypass the shoulder and the It's faster.
And this.
Okay. There was more snap. You just gotta let that go. Less is more. Get out of your chest.
Okay. No. That's when you go.
Back. Soft. Hard here. Everywhere else. Soft. More extension. Yeah. You step a little, you bury that second. See?
That's the cat's head.
Next. So 1,
Your version is
2. It's okay.
Oh no, I didn't do that.
You did it.
It's better. That was less tension
You
than
did
that.
like it.
When you're
No.
not remember here to here, you just don't stop your breath. Here. Same breath. Here. This. Then stop. Don't stop.
Ah!
Take your arm out. Maybe a little extension on the raw hand. A little bit more extension as opposed to kind of where you do this. Short.
I do the softest drills and I turn line switches off.
Good. Stand a little bit.
I got
Because it gets you the strength of you. So you just go like in.
the light switch right here. Focus. Yes.
Well, today in class, when the teacher asked you, I'm glad you. Okay.
Get that big set. Big set. Wind up and grab it. That's it. So, the bigger the set, and just let the preppers release it. If you got enough momentum, that's it. Now you're moving this. Here, as you're going here. You have this set here at the lower end. Now stop. Here, big set. Let the body go. Start. Nice and soft. Try it. You've got lots of power. You don't need much any power up top at all. Perfect.
Every single year until it's short. So you need to tell me to quit. I quit.
There. Wind up.
That was like my last year. Like I finished that year.
Comes and it goes.
I never went to that.
Well, it's one count.
Yeah.
With use this heavy.
I've actually practiced shakes while waiting before.
That's
It's more stable.
I want to try to find the perfect form for this move. Because I always feel like when I'm doing constitutes here, there, it looks super weird. So I'm trying to get that perfect.
You have the whole concept here. Just try to next to this and go the same speed right here. But less this you're trying to put in. Let the breath take care of that. Just put the technique out there.
But also, I want to fix this to not be like this. I want it to be like.
Took me a long time to figure out about letting that stuff go. The whole idea is it's getting away of your power. Okay? You want to see the body, really right. And just rely on your breath. And it's speed first. Now the muscle is taking the muscle out. It's like that. And then you relax that. Yeah.
You don't need pads for that. You really need a balloon right off the top.
There's a couple things here. Just give me this is not out.
Good.
What do you do? There's a pen. These are power.
It starts.
All of them starts still. Starts with the top.
These are pretty good.
Stuff under here. Huh? What?
You need to have some humor not required.
Hands, drop me. Drop me, don't do that.
But thinking about this type of home, this type of home,
Straight up your back. See how your stomach's out here.
Yeah, especially this part.
What? Yes. Good. Does it feel straight? Yeah, it should.
I didn't see this part. But after that,
this one connects it also with GK.
So, see this angle right here?
okay.
And that's the thing, this is important for the students to learn how to talk. Because of this, the good thing about
This move,
So you should make
you want it open, closed, or better than that. You want this,
Never ends.
Okay, guys, everybody in for a sec? So, we have to start with the kata from here down. If everything is right from here down, okay, this is where all your power comes from. Okay, we don't want to have power coming from up here.
That's right.
All right. We want the body, we want all the body, so when you see action kind of like, does everybody see that?
Awesome.
Okay? You want power. Everybody see the difference?
Yes.
Here. Like where the body's kind of, as opposed to here. Okay? Everybody see that? So you gotta learn how to, and in order to do that, you have to slow it down. These muscles will take over, they're fast. They're light. Okay? This is where all your weight and all your mass is. Okay? These things just hang here all day. Everything here is kind of, it's bulky. So you gotta slow your kata down. Right? And look for that. Look for, and when you see a very high level kata, okay, it's all you see is the body action, like, got it? So that's important. Number 2, your stance, okay? So your knees have got to be in the right place. So kibachi, or kokatsudachi, okay? So see the knee right here? This is very common here. He thinks that's perfect. He's even looking at it. He's like, it's perfect. What are you doing? Get away from me. Okay? So, everybody see this? See my knee right now? So, if I straighten up, my knees are here like this. Here. So, start off with your knee right here. Now this is your base. This is where you have power. This is where you can explode from. Does everybody understand? So always make sure that this knee is over this foot. Especially as you get older. If you don't, you're going to have pain. Your knees are going to blow out, your ankles or your hips are going to blow out. So that's key. Okay? So start with the kata again. Can you start? Ready? Yoi position. First one, each. Knee. Back knee is perfect. Now he's off a little bit here, right? He's a little cross. So, move this over here. Does that feel better? Next, each. So, did everybody see? We're just looking at this area right here. Okay, does everybody see does everybody see this right here?
Yes.
Okay? He's kind of pushing off with this part of the foot here. That's all because this knee position is not right. His knee is kind of here and it's not supporting. So you want to make sure that this knee, yes. So you got to adjust your stance a little bit. Got it? Next, each. Back stance, back stance. Good. Knee. Kapasasa. That's what you teach?
What's that?
You don't teach here, right? Each. So again, does everybody see this right here? So on impact, strong. Strong. Yeah. So you should feel that in the back leg. See that? Not too much bend in the back leg. It's a slight bend. Does everybody see this?
That's
right here. Each. Knee. So we have to take the kata, all right, and dissect it so that every one of the moves are. So now with partners for the last 5 minutes, black belts go with a younger belt, and I want you to do this level of adjustment, okay, just to make sure everything is kind of in order. In full front stance here, there's a slight bend of this leg. You don't want to be bent here. You got it? Just a slight tiny bend. How you figure that out? Now I feel it. So if I'm here, if I'm not extended, and my leg is bent, he feels it. There's absolutely nothing in that punch. If I'm out here a little bit, So what that just taught me was, number one, my lat wasn't. Did you feel my lat wasn't kind of? And then I lower my lat here, forward, and then you should feel like steel, like concrete. That's the way you want to be at the end of your technique. So 2 by 2 for like 3 or 4 minutes. Let's go. See how extended it is? Hold on. Forward. Look at the knee here.
Elbow, elbows come together.
Yes.
You should still be over.
Well, if not like this right here, on the line where it's here, just this right here. This one was there. I feel that I'm taking forward. So get into a powerful shot. Shoulders there. Good. Now, lat in. Oh, that's a ton different right there. And just feel the attack from all of the attack those guys.
And drop our weight. Well, we look, we drop our weight. And we do it as block this way.
So that you're not
All the way through up. You want the end. First, I'm going to have the so we just go to this side to the other, this stretch, like a slip knot anymore. Wait forward. Other leg comes up. We spread everything.
not hard, but like you're stretching. Side.
So
It looks like you're not bringing it down. I always feel like someone's punching.
Support it, you gotta support it, and
cover over,
Slowly.
nice, that's better. Nice, that's good instruction, Robbie. Get him to feel where he's stable. He just, when he just did it, he kind of put your arm,
so you wait forward, then you rotate your hand.
Yeah, this one is.
Now you're going to turn around this way. So I'm going to see that this is here.
See all of them.
Now, you look.
Go back.
Inside block, drop.
Or even just
Waist forward. Feet come together, elbows come together. We put it on this one. And then elbows come together.
This one. And then like here. Now in. This is over. Stable leg.
Forward. Knees together. Elbows together. Straight.
Straight over top. So,
Okay.
kick So, your problem is your knee is going back. So this is your first leg.
It's not so bad when he's here, but when he does the block, that's when he's here. He's got to turn around. Yeah. On a transition.
Instead of going to the side, that's that white zone.
That's one of the, just as strong that there is one. Since I was saying earlier.
See that time you think all the way over there? Stop here. Yeah, it was better. So I don't like go exactly. Trying to make this one instead of straight.
Hey, bow. Should go. Line up.
Left and right. Never mind. It's the first one.
You mark everybody in for this class? Okay.
Stop. Hey! Show me! Hey! Sensei! Hey! Senpai, wait!
So, I don't fear the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks one time. I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. Hassan has probably practiced that kick more than 10,000 times. Okay? Nathan and Dylan, okay? And you guys training for the competition team. It's when you take responsibility for your own training. And then it's 10 years after that before you really start, you know, placing and or 5 years after that, you know, it's the journey, all right? What I used to love the most about competition is the build up, the training before it. Right, and I have my own dojo, so I could come in and train whenever I wanted. It was like, it's the best thing, you know, personally that I've ever did was be able to do that. Okay, and all these guys, you know, Rodney, everybody would come train and do kumite lunches. Remember those days? It was just great times. But you take responsibility for. So first you get a mentor, which you guys have, and then. What happens is it pollutes right down through the dojo. When you get a world-class guy like Hassan and he's so good, and he's over in Europe, and he was European, you know, champion. His team was European champion, and you know, that's special. So take full advantage of that. Okay, when you're in your teens and your early 20s, because that's your go times. Okay? And same times for you. You guys, come whenever you can and just do whatever he's doing. Be a sponge. You understand? And then we learn from doing those things. But it's the 10,000, one kick 10,000 times, and I guarantee you, I'll be able to do it again. Any of you guys will be able to do it again. Okay? Don't be stupid though. I mean, if you have surgeries and everything else, you don't want to really push yourself or you got an injury, but don't let age be a deterrent. Okay? I mean, go to YouTube and look at these people in India doing yoga, and these 90-year-old dudes doing yoga. They're like pretzels. They're like 90. Okay? So age is of no consequence. It's just a number. And most times, it's a what? An excuse. Oh, I'm old. I got kids. I got too much. It's like the excuses. Okay? So you see Hassan, see these guys and what they're doing, and hats off to you guys for bringing that into the class. Hi. Hi. Thank you very much. Thanks.